I apologize in advance for the lighting being kind of dramatic. It's like really cloudy outside. Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here and you don't know my face, my name is Stephanie Jean and this is my channel where I like to talk about stuff on the internet. I've been like struggling lately with mental overload, or I guess some people call it like the invisible workload. Last couple weeks I have been really productive. It feels like I've been on top of my game. I've been doing like the little things like making the bed every morning and making sure that I'm getting all of my daily tasks done, staying on top of my schoolwork, on top of the housework to an extent, and I've been feeling really good about it. But at the same time, I'm so drained all the time. And there's this thing I keep seeing online, mostly on pages on Facebook about having to do with motherhood, about this thing called mental load, or the invisible workload, some places call it. There's a lot of different things that it's called, but I'm gonna call it mental overload. And it's basically when you have like a billion tabs open in your brain and you're kind of like responsible for everything all the time. Yeah. And it's just kind of exhausting, to be honest. I'm trying. All of the posts that I've been seeing about it are on pages about motherhood or about managing a household once you have kids. And I don't even have my kid yet, and I'm already feeling the pressures of this, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, it's a good thing because maybe I can try and get a handle on it early, and maybe it's a bad thing because I don't even like have all the like pressure that I'm going to have, and I'm already overwhelmed by it. So I don't know. It could be good, it could be bad. I'm gonna try and look at the positives here and hope I can try and get a handle or a system or something on it, on this constant overload that I have going on, so that once my baby is here, I have somewhat of a grasp on things. One of the like examples I can think of on this is I make to-do lists. I've been making to-do lists to try and like help with my mental load, and my husband was like, why do you have like such a long list every day? Like, some of the stuff you could just keep in your head, like take your medicine and make the bed and walk the dog. And I'm like, if I don't write it down, I have to keep my brain open to think about it. And that's why I'm so exhausted and I'm so overwhelmed all the time, is because I have to have all these things that I'm thinking about all the time. So one of the things I'm trying to do to like control that, I was making like a really long list on my phone. I'm gonna stop doing that because every time I go to check my phone, I end up on Facebook, and I end up on Facebook, and I don't know why that is. What is it about Facebook that does that? Like, Facebook isn't even my preferred social media. How do I always end up on Facebook? And then another example of this is we went grocery shopping and he was asking me, oh, do we have this? Do we have that? Do we have this? And I didn't make a full list ahead of time before we left, and I didn't plan out what we were gonna eat for the week, which those two things on their own are like why do I have to it's hard to try and like come up with a full menu every week that's different than the week before so that we have some kind of variety, but also is something that's easy to make. And I have to kind of think about how much time do I have to cook something, and how much time does something make to cook, and how many leftovers does it make, and how many meals do I need to prepare. So I have to do all that, and then once I have the menu, I need to make the grocery list that the menu requires, and then I have to compare the grocery list to what's in the fridge and the pantry to see if we have the stuff already, if we're out of stuff, to see what other stuff we might need. And so I didn't do that before this last grocery run. And we're walking around, he's like, do we need this? Do we need that? I'm like, no, we don't need tofu. I know for a fact that we have 2 things of tofu in the fridge. We get home, the tofu's expired, and he's upset because I didn't know that the tofu was expired. But it's like, how am I supposed to know everything all the time? See, this is like one of the things that is on the mental workload, is knowing what food you have, but also trying to remember what food expires when. That's That's so much to do, and that's just food. And there's so much more to life than just the food that you eat, right? Like, I'm recognizing that I have this mental overload and I don't know how to cope with it. I honestly don't. I wish I could make this video like, these are methods on how to cope with mental overload. I wish I could do that. I can't. I don't have those answers yet, but I have been doing some research and I'm gonna try and do some things. I'm gonna tell you the things I'm gonna try, and if you guys want an update video later, I can do that if you want. So the first thing that I'm trying to do is time blocking, and I have a pretty solid morning and evening routine set up. It's the middle of the day that I need to figure out. I've also been trying to get back into meditation, and like yesterday I meditated for 15 minutes and it was difficult because as I was sitting there trying to just focus on my breath and not really try and think about too much, my brain was going off. Did I make sure I moved the cat food so the dog doesn't eat it? Did I make sure I started the dishwasher after lunch? Did I do something, or did I forget to do something? And is there clean towels in the bathroom? And things like that, like constant. And I'm trying to like block it out during my meditation. So that's something that I'm gonna practice on doing so that I can be more mindful and in the moment. Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say it's an anxiety thing that I feel with this mental overload. I do feel like it could very easily turn into a complete sense of like anxious overwhelm very easily. But as of right now, I'm tiptoeing the line. I'm doing okay. I also want to journal again, and I'm kind of on the fence about it because I used to journal every day and just do stream of consciousness journaling. And I want to do that again, but I also don't want to put another thing on my daily to-do list that I have to do every day. So, I don't know. There's a new moon on Saturday the 13th. I might start a journaling practice again then. I don't know. We'll find out. And then, like I said, I was doing the master like running list is what some people call it on my phone, of like all the things I needed to do in a day, and then additional things that I also needed to do, like I need to find my paperwork for my taxes and etc, etc. I started doing it in this notebook that my mom got me for Christmas. The pages are just blank with like a little date slot at the top, and so I started doing it in here. I like made a section, I'm like, this is my morning routine and all the things I need to do in the morning. I made a section, this is the evening routine, all the things I need to do in the evening. This is like my little plan for this video. And then I have like my to-do list, like I need to make an appointment for this and an appointment for that. I need to have a meeting and I need to do these school things. And so I just kind of like brain dump it all on here. It's not very organized right now, but I don't know. I'm trying it, like I said, trying to figure it out. I could potentially do everything on my phone on the notes app or the reminders app, but I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure it out. How do you guys deal with this? Because it can't just be me, and like everything I've been seeing online makes it seem like it's primarily a thing that women tend to struggle with, and I don't necessarily believe that that's like a blanket statement truth, you know, but what do you guys do? How do you handle all of the things that we need to handle? Like, how? As always, you can connect with me online at p_StephanieJean and, you know, see what the heck is going on. Don't forget to please like and comment this video, because that helps me figure out what the heck I'm doing and if a video is doing well or not well or whatever. Subscribe if you want to hang out with me some more, and I will see you in another video next Wednesday. Bye!